Hello, everyone. You're listening to the LockingYourSuccess.com Trading Performance Podcast with Master Trading Performance Coach John Locke, where it's all about real traders, real problems, and real coaching. This is episode 21, and today I'd like to have you consider the following statement. It's easy to create a trading strategy that performs well in a specific market environment. It's even fairly simple to create a trading strategy that performs well in multiple trading environments. But it's almost crazy to think that you're going to find a trading strategy that's going to perform well in all market environments. I think most of us know that what I said is true at some level, at least intellectually. But unfortunately, many traders continue to unconsciously seek the Holy Grail, the trading strategy where we can simply follow the rules and consistently make money all the time without having to make any decisions and without having to personally risk being wrong and without having to risk excessive drawdowns. And some people, especially novices, are indeed searching for that Holy Grail strategy. They'll say things like, I'm looking for a trading strategy that's going to provide me with 5% per month or $5,000 a month or whatever. And I expect it to do that consistently regardless of what's going on in the markets, regardless of what's going on in the news. Or to put it differently, I'm searching for the magical rainbow-colored unicorn that shits ice cream. But most of us, after we've been trading for a while, look at things a little more logically. We understand at some point that we're going to have losing trades. And sometimes we're even going to have more extensive losing periods of time. So we go to the next level, which is to say something like, well, I know that no strategy is capable of winning all the time. I just want to make money consistently, which is an oxymoron, right? Because the word consistently literally means in every case or on every occasion. This implies that what the trader is really saying is, I know that no strategy is capable of winning all the time. I just want it to make money in every case or on every occasion, which doesn't make logical sense. Therefore, if someone points out what we're really saying, we try to change the meaning of the word consistently so that we can rationalize what we said, but realize we actually did say what we meant. Because here's the deal. A human being's first instinctual response to a question is literally what they mean. Now, if what we mean doesn't make sense intellectually, and if our intellectual filter realizes that, then what happens is the intellectual mind will rationalize the response in a way where it does make logical sense so that the person can feel good about what they're doing. But unfortunately, that itself doesn't change the fact that we're thinking something that doesn't make any sense. And if we want proof of this, all we need to do is examine the actions we're taking. Because regardless of what a person says, whether it be to themselves or others, we can always tell what they truly believe through their actions. For example, we may say we want to lose weight, but our actions might be to spend time sitting on the couch and eating popcorn while watching Netflix. If that's the case, we don't really want to lose weight. Sure, we love the idea of losing weight, and we'd probably gladly accept losing weight if it just happened. But when it comes right down to it, we simply prefer sitting down with popcorn and Netflix than we do to lose weight. I know this because that's what happened. So this being the case, when we state something like, I know that no strategy is capable of winning all the time, I just want to make money consistently. And then with our actions, we proceed to strategy hop or continually chase the Holy Grail trade. When that happens, what we really mean is at an intellectual level, I know that no trading strategy is capable of winning consistently or all the time. However, at an unconscious level, I expect to produce money in every occasion or nearly every occasion. And when this is the case, we're dealing with two conflicting parts. We have part one that understands that if we consistently keep odds in our favor and trade with strategies that have high probabilities of winning and good risk-reward ratios, that we will become extremely wealthy over time. And that part is fighting with another part. We'll call it part two, that is fearful and insecure and sees any loss as evidence that the strategy's no good. As a result, part two is desperately seeking certainty, desperately seeking a strategy where we can simply follow the rules and make money all the time. So what do? What we do is Tons of research. We look for trades, indicators, or strategies that have done well recently. We form-fit rules through backtesting. We delete, distort, and generalize information to create the perfect strategy, to create certainty. We desperately seek the Holy Grail, which we intellectually know does not exist, yet we must have it because that's what part 2 needs. As a result, we find or create that strategy or indicator that looks perfect because we systematically manipulated information to prove that it was in fact perfect. Now, of course, logically we can't expect it to be perfect, even though we do actually expect it to be perfect. So we go in with the understanding that we will experience tough times. But when those tough times come, as they inevitably will, we have part 2 looking for evidence it's not going to work. So what he does is he systematically manipulates information to prove the strategy's no good while searching for the next trade. And then we wonder why we're not making money. Look, if we want to make money in the markets, there's something we have to realize. And that is that there are many different types of markets. Sometimes the market's trending up and quiet and smooth. Other times the market's trending up and it's under very high volatility conditions. Sometimes the market is sideways. And when it's sideways, sometimes it's relatively quiet, sometimes it's extremely volatile, and sometimes the market even goes down. And when it goes down, it's usually extremely volatile, but sometimes it will trend. And while we certainly can design a trading strategy that will be profitable in any one of those conditions, and sometimes, especially with our high probability strategies, we can even design a trading strategy that works well across multiple conditions. What we can't do, however, is we simply cannot make a singular set of rules or a single type of indicator to perform well under all of these vastly different conditions. This being the case, if we want to be successful in trading, we have 2 choices. We can decide to trade non-subjectively and apply one rule set across all situations and expect to get very variable results depending on whether or not the market conditions happen to match up with the trading strategy or not. Or we can have multiple trading strategies that are profitable in different types of market situations, find a way to identify each type of market situation, and then match the strategy to the type of market we happen to be in at any given time. And if we do this effectively, we will get much more consistent results than we could ever do trying to apply any singular trading strategy across all type of markets. So the thought I'd like to leave you with today is that instead of chasing the next trade or asking questions about whether this is better than that without any kind of specific content and without having any specific objective and without clearly defining what you're willing to risk or lose in order to achieve your objective, instead of that, I encourage you to work on understanding what truly gives a strategy edge in specific scenarios, learn how to determine when that edge exists in the market, and then utilize that knowledge to apply the strategies when they have edge and avoid strategies when they do not. And perhaps most important, I urge you to work on your psychology because without the proper mindset, nothing else matters. Speaking of psychology and analyzing the markets, if you're an advanced level positive theta or income trader and would like to learn how to create more consistent income through trading, then we have the perfect program for you. It's called the Ultimate Income Trader. So I encourage you to come on over to lockingyoursuccess.com and check it out. And while you're there, I also encourage you to check out our pro membership so that you too can break through barriers and make quantum leaps in your trading and in your life. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next Trading Performance podcast. Hey, if you enjoyed listening to this podcast, you have to check out my Trading Performance membership, where we take all this material to the next level. We study it and we apply it to bring our trading performance to peak levels. Simply go to tradingperformancepodcast.com. That's one word, tradingperformancepodcast.com, to receive information on how you too can become involved and improve your trading. I look forward to seeing you there.